So you police, you're going to get destroyed, then they're going to bring in the militarized police.
Right.
See, it's already happening in Brazil. They're just running up in the ghetto now with tanks and shit.
Right, man, because this thing is a phase thing.
It's phase, yeah,
right?
That was right.
It goes in different stages, man. And Esau's got stages also to gather as much information as he can on brothers who are in the truth, and obviously people who ain't gonna do everything they want them to do. So if you don't agree to take the chip, or you don't agree to anything this devil says, man, then he basically got a couple of phases for you, man. You're gonna say, alright, this one ain't gonna make it, so then he's gonna put you to death.
Yeah, and a lot of you police, I know what the brother's talking about, a lot of you police are on that level where you're willing to go to a certain level, but you're not like them crazy military guys.
No, man.
When them crazy military guys get the order, they shoot anyone. You police are not going to be willing to do that. That's why you're going to get killed.
That's right.
You're going to be just the fire to fuel those, to fuel those flames, man. Now read that again up. Right, so you're seeing, just watch the news, it's sedition all over the world. In fact, in China, this ain't just the EU thing. We concentrate on the EU because that's the beast. That's the head of this world empire, and it's going down. That's the head of, the Esau's empire, which is a world empire anyway. But even in China, amongst these heathens, in Pakistan, they got curfews down there. Man's stoning the police. You got, in China, there's always some kind of ethnic beef going on in China and some police having beef. It's just not on the news. So this sedition is growing, man, but it's going to grow here even worse, man. And America's that final shebang. So read that scripture up, please.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Right.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right. You ain't gonna regard the kings or princes. What, the politicians and the police. And let me say this: in Haiti, they're already trying to fuck up the UN peacekeepers. Right now, hear this, bro. They're having an election, though. Is it over the weekend or something? Right. Now, what happens now when they have this election? Because they really hate the guy they got in power now. What happens when they have this election and nothing don't change?
Right, man.
Because them motherfuckers is hungry. So you tend to notice when you're still fucking hungry. Let's see what them Haitian brothers down there are gonna fucking do when they put in whatever puppet they want to put in, and they start waking up to the fact that this democracy ain't nothing but a demonic bullshit. Then they really ain't gonna show no fucking regard to their kings and their princes, man.
It's gonna be an objection.
Which all peoples in the earth are starting to realize that, man. That these governments is nothing but puppets, man. There's gonna be some ill shit kicking off between now and January, man. You bet. That's the kind of the time scale we're talking about. It's gonna happen quick, boy. Don't think this is gonna take this 2012 or some shit. It's already escalating. And if there's a terrorist attack or some shit, it's even worse. Famine, war, man. You don't understand how quick shit could just get mad.
Right.
Just like that, man. Like I always tell people, it only takes 3 days for all the food to run out in London. Once there's any blockage of food coming in and out of the city, man.
Right.
3 days, man. In 3 days, they could be all out cannibalism, man. Is there any more than that? The next verse, what? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, what?
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, because there's going to be martial law, checkpoints. We're coming up to that, man. You can see them building it up to do that, man. Right?
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed.
Right, because of your fucking pride, Mr. White Man, 2/3 you niggas and you fucking heathens, right? The cities is going to be troubled, man. The cities is going to be troubled. I might add that. That's a beautiful thing. The cities is going to be troubled, man.
Right.
That's what's coming, man. Right? Now, is there any more than that? You finished that.
The houses shall be destroyed.
Your houses are going to be destroyed.
And men shall be afraid.
Men shall be afraid, man. You're going to be very afraid. All you niggas coming past the camp talking tough. Wait till Esau starts releasing them killer robots and them fucking drones, and then you got other niggas running up in your crib.
Right, man.
You got them stormtroopers busting up in your house. Right? You're going to be fucking scared. You're going to be like a little bitch. right? Because you're not going to be mentally strong enough to deal with what's going on.
Nah, this verse 19 just cuts this love everybody's spirit, man. Because a lot of you guys, you think that you're gonna still be rolling and be holding your so-called friend's hand when that time comes, man. Well, this is for you, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Right, because once that martial law kicks in, there's going to be famine, man. And someone are going to just take the chip, but even though you take the chip and you go pick up your food, someone else is going to be looking to kill you for that. Right, now let's move on quickly because the battery on this shit's back. Let me get one more scripture. Jeremiah 51:30, this is for you fucking police. You fucking police, man. Right. And ultimately it's going to go for all your military once the men of the Lord get that power, man. Right? The mighty men of Babylon have but forborne to fight. They have remained in their homes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So the prisoners are going to come out of their fucking prisons. That's why you're going to need them concentration camps. Right? Them shitty little police stations you got ain't going to be no fortresses.
Right.
Right? That barking police station, you're going to get fucked up through the Spirit of the Lord, man. Right? Now let's move on, man. We've got a few articles still. Alright. Here's another one. Right? Brothers, look out for this one. This is from WashingtonBlog.com. It says the international soccer star reclaim your power by pulling your money out of the bank on December the 7th. Now this is a thing which is being spearheaded by a guy named Eric Cantona who used to play for Manchester United. Now he's telling everyone on December 7th to go and take all their monies out of the bank. This guy's been set up by the Illuminati. Right? It's going to add to the chaos. But guess what? The Illuminati don't give a fuck if you take all your money out of the bank.
They're going to keep that shit.
They want to fucking crash the world currencies and crash the current banking system to bring in a one world banking system.
When better to catch you heathens than on your so-called feast day, man. So-called December, man. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. So in that time, the whole world is doing that same shit. Gotta spend money, especially nigger women, man. Man, you make it a fucking, man. But yeah, man, nigger woman, so-called white man, the worldwide, man. You go out for this, you go all out in December, man. But when that time comes, if it is now, man, look, man, you're gonna be fucked up because you're gonna be bugging out, man. Talking about, oh God, I just gotta do it for the kids, man. And the Christmas, the kids, man. Man. Don't worry about this December, man. Worry about the 12 months, man. That's if you're alive. This is if you survive, man. You get me? You worry about December, blood. You go, look, man. Time is coming short, man. What are we dealing with?
Right, so like I was saying, right, you got a lot of dickheads out there thinking that they're going to go pull their money out the bank, crash the bank, right, and then that's going to help them. That's defeating the Illuminati. That ain't defeating it. First of all, the Illuminati don't give a fuck about no pounds and no dollars.
Right.
The money, even Lindsey Williams said that the money of the elite is gold and silver, man. So they want to crash this banking system because once you do that, you pull all your money out of banks and banks collapse. What are they going to do? The currency is going to collapse, so all the currency you took out ain't going to be worth anything anyway. So guess what? You're going to have to take the fucking chip. And that's what they wanted anyway. Because that's why you got Eric Cantona's fucking Baphomet. Them footballers are Baphomet, man.
Right.
Them FIFA executives, all them guys, which he represents FIFA. He's a fucking Freemason, man. They set this fucker up. See, you don't know what it is to be a revolutionist. The true revolutionists walk with the Bible, man. We don't give a fuck about no bank runs, man. We think of one of the things of the Most High. The Most Yahweh Shai is the bank run, man. This is the bank right here.
Right.
This is the bank right here. We dealing with these scriptures, man. These scriptures.
That's why our riches is the wisdom and understanding.
Yeah, that's the riches we pulling out the bank. Right. These scriptures, man.
All the depth, man.
You fucking idiots. But anyway, you brothers watch out for that. So, be wise, man. Try not to keep your money in these banks, man, as much as possible,
right,
man.
When you get that cash check, just draw that
just
shit
take
out.
it out, man. Just be wise. But watch out for this, man. And this thing's catching steam, man. This thing's catching steam all over Europe, worldwide. They want to do this.
Right.
So, like I said, let's move on. Now, this is a big one right here. This is a big one. Now, get me Habakkuk chapter 2, man. Is it Habakkuk all day or Obadiah, man? Right? First of all, let me get the article. This is ChinaDaily.com, right? .cn, right? So this was released on the 24th of the 11th, 2010, and it says China and Russia quit the dollar. Right? It says St. Petersburg, Russia. China and Russia have decided to renounce the US dollar and resort to using their own currencies for bilateral trade. Premier Wen Jiabao and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin announced late on Tuesday. So the dollar's, man, that is fucking it. That is it for the dollar now. Who's going to be buying dollars? The only reason why the dollar's been surviving, right, is because the euros and these other currencies have been going down, right? Now, you got a lot of dickheads out there that they think because the US has military power, that if they eventually leave a war, put your money into dollars because the US are always going to win. That's totally foolishness in itself. Then you got another reason why dollars get bought on a mass scale, is because to do trade worldwide, it was always done in dollars. It's the world reserve currency, right? So if you wanted to do a trade, say I'm Russia, this brother over here was China, I bought dollars so that I could pay for goods from this brother. I didn't pay for it by buying the yen or using my own rubles. But now they're working it out where they're saying fuck the dollar, we're just going to do with our own currencies and raw materials. We're going to swap either commodity for commodity or currency for currency. So who's going to be buying? Well, who needs a dollar now? See, you're fucked now.
Yeah, man, you got cut out, man.
You're fucked. Right? Now, you got that Habakkuk chapter 2?
Yeah, bro. What verse?
No, actually, I think it's Obadiah, man. Salakia. All they that were at peace with you, man. Because these guys talking, then they're moving, making power moves. This is an act of war, really. See, you understand there's different levels to war, right? A guy was bringing it out in a video one time. You got economic war, you have currency war, then you have the actual hardcore military war. Well, we're already in the currency war, right? And the economic war. So what's next? What's the next elevation? Right? Which, if you heard anything, I heard certain stories, I don't know if they're confirmed, about Canadian jets being shot down, Chinese jets being shot down, Chinese missiles, ICBMs being launched off the coast of America. So it's ready to go hot. Then you see this thing in Korea, man, that's just the scriptures tell you, man, make ye ready, proclaim ye this amongst the heathen, man. Beat your plowshares into swords, man. So that's just the heathen getting ready for what's about to go down. The Most High is starting to release those spirits, to put the spirit on the Illuminati and these different people to get this shit into gear, man.
Right.
Right? Oh, Obadiah. 1 and 7, man. Right?
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7.
Right?
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right?
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee,
Yeah.
and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Right?
There is none understanding in him.
Right?
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Right, who's the wise men of Edom, man? You got all these talking heads on the TV, man, just chatting shit. But they don't understand that the men that were at peace with America, because Russia been talking peace, they've been on some peace talk, right? And China been on that peace talk. Well, guess what? They've brought you to the border, man. They've fired shots at America.
Right.
Because they've said fuck the dollar, man. Now you fucking with a man's money, you might as well go to war with, man. If I'm gonna cut this brother's money, man, I might as well fight him, man. That's how it's going down right now. So they're basically on a financial level, brought America to the border, man. After talking all that peace. something's got to give, right?